Hi guys, welcome to my channel Selenium Tech Automation. Okay, how are you? So currently three are watching now. So today I came up with what are all the different questions where I faced during my earlier days. So when I attended for interviews, right? So during that time I have faced, and also I mentioned here 3+ years of experienced questions. Okay. So please join with me, we can discuss together, and also I'm going to show you what are the different questions where I faced from the different companies. Okay, so please join with me, and also if you have any queries, please feel free to ask me from the live chat. So from last couple of days I did not conducting these live sessions due to work busy. So I hope whatever the videos I currently am uploading from my channel, so which are going to be very helpful for you. So I am hoping for that. So in coming couple of weeks also I will do the same until unless if I feel free. Okay. So meanwhile at weekends we can connect to each other and we will discuss about the different concepts which are from automation as well as from manual testing concepts. Okay. So anyone have any questions, please let me know from the live chat. Okay. Is my voice is audible for you or not? Please confirm me. And also I'm not feeling well from last 2 to 3 days, having some fever and also having some throat problem as well. Now I am feeling little okay. Come on, anyone is there, please let me know from the live chat so that we can start our session. Okay, so these are all the interview questions where I am going to show you even where I faced the same questions when I started my career. Okay, so please try to attend for these sessions. So I felt like it is important session, so that's why I'm conducting, because many people requested me to share the interview questions for experienced as well as freshers as well. So as you can see, last week Sunday we have discussed. Okay, so we have discussed on last week Sunday, saying that all the interview questions where every experienced candidate must and should know. I have shown that one in our last live session. So followed by Monday, Tuesday, I have uploaded some Selenium basic Selenium series. Okay, so the different concepts I have started with basic commands which are available inside our Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so that series will keep on going. Okay, it is not going to stop. Okay, I will daily upload either 1 or 2 videos. If anything is important in terms of interview questions, and also if you want any guidance, so I will thoroughly update all the videos. If possible, I will join with you from the live session. So now I am going to show you what are all the different questions I have faced. Okay, so where I have 3+ years of experience during that time. So I am going to show you, okay, what are the questions I have faced by different companies. So here different companies means the first one here is Cognizant, and also I have attended for IBM as well, and also I have attended for Athena Global, and also I have attended for few more. So you will find the slide titles what I am going to show you, right? So these are all I written in the form of PowerPoint presentation. So at the top of that message you can find which company for which questions they asked. Okay, how to explain regression suit, please explain. Yeah, definitely Sharad Shelke, thank you so much for visiting the channel. And also if anyone is there, please let me know from the live chat. Okay, we can start our session now. So I will give you 2 minutes of time. Please confirm me whether we can start our session now or we can wait for few more people to join for this session. Okay, please confirm me about that one. Thank you so much Sharad Shalke, and any others if you are there, please let me know from the live chat. Okay, so that which will be helpful for us to start our session as soon as possible. Okay, so that remaining people will also join. You are very helpful to solve my problem. Yeah, Sharad Shalke, not an issue. Okay, Sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. I'm extremely down with fever from last couple of days after Sunday. So now only I have recovered almost 60%. Okay. So please confirm me. I got response from only Sharat Shelke. Thank you so much for your response. And also I'm expecting from remaining 3 or 5 people who are watching currently. So please let me know from the live chat. We can start our session now. Okay, and also I'm going to end this session as soon as possible. So please try to interact with me. Hi, Sridhar Anaganti. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, please drop a like for the live session. Your support and helps me. Okay, support and helps. I mean, your support and your presence in the live session will helps me a lot to do more videos or sessions like this to conduct. Okay, please guys, please try to understand. And also thank you so much for each and everyone who makes this channel to reach 1K subscribers. I am really appreciating your love and affection towards the channel. Okay, whenever I'm conducting, you people are joining. Okay, thank you so much for that one. So now I'm going to start our session where I have faced different types of interview question. So first one you can see here, this is our cognizant. Okay, so where I have attended for this telephonic interview. Okay, this is for telephonic interview round, so where it is conducted almost 30 minutes of time. Okay, so the first question here is, they straight away they asked about what is WebDriver wait. So here, and one more thing, I am not going to explain all these answers, it will take time for me. So please go through this video and please note it down all the questions what I am showing currently, so that you can search in Google. Most of the questions I have already covered, okay, from our channel only. There was no issue. You already aware about all these questions nowadays. Okay, because it is almost 3 to 4 years back questions, these and all. Okay, so please try to understand and please concentrate on the questions. Okay, if we can discuss more, like providing the answer means it will take more time. So mainly we can discuss after the explanation about all these concepts, we can discuss each other. Okay, before ending the session. Okay, so the first question here is, what is WebDriver wait here? Okay, and also this is, first of all, this is a cognizant telephonic interview where it is conducted for 30 minutes of time. Okay, in that 13 minutes of time he asked me lots of questions. Okay, he asked me lots of questions. So he just asked like a syntaxes only, and also there are some, what is the use of this one, why we are using that one, because that is a telephonic interview. Okay, during the telephonic interview they are not going to ask you to explain more, rather than if you are attending for face to face. During that time only you can I mean, they will expect more from your side, but based upon your telephonic round of interview they will finalize, are you able to, I mean, are you eligible for face to face interview or not. Okay, due to the, I mean, during this pandemic period of time, due to COVID-19, many of the companies did not ask to join for face to face round, so where they finalized with the help of telephonic interview only, that too 30 to 40 minutes. So the guys who got selected during pandemic, guys, those guys are very lucky, because if you are attending face to face interviews means you may feel some fear. Okay, so mostly like many of the people got recruited during these 2 years of time before pandemic, I mean during our pandemic period of time. Okay, so now every company or every recruiter is asking you to attend for face to face interview instead of conducting the telephonic interview. If they are conducting telephonic round of interview means they are finalizing you, means they are checking whether you are eligible for attending the face to face round of interview or not. Okay, this is the first step before calling you to attend for face to face. Okay, here you can see the question, the first question they asked me about what is a WebDriver wait, and also they have asked about me some synchronization commands. Okay, as we know already, okay, as we know already, our application sometimes maybe it is working fine on IE browser. If you are working with some Chrome or Edge or Firefox means, compared to IE browser, our browser execution is much faster. Okay, during this time you may get some synchronization issues, because Selenium is not going to wait more time compared to our application speed. Okay, so during that time we are going to use to overcome those synchronization issues, we have to use these wait conditions what I have mentioned here: explicitly wait, implicitly wait, fluent wait. And also the third question here is, suppose your Maven URL is not present in pom.xml file, then how to run your Maven? Okay, and then I want to click on 3 windows at a time. So how we can perform a click operation on 3 windows at a time? This is also one more important interview question. This is a real time scenario question only. And also, suppose I want font size of a paragraph, how to write a code for that one? Okay, after that, other than dependency files in maven pom.xml file, what are the different files or tags we have inside our pom.xml file? This is our next question of next question from the telephonic interview. Okay, so then moving to the next slide, what are the different types of test engine annotations we have, and also how we can integrate this Maven project with ALM or Jira or Azure DevOps, how to integrate. Okay, and collections concept, he will ask you mainly about what is collections and what are the list and interface. Okay, what are the different types of interfaces, and also from the Selenium point of view, what is array list, what is hash map, and what is hash set. So these three are all classes, different classes. Okay, and write a syntaxes for that one and explain me about hash map or hash set. So likewise he asked, and coming to the abstract versus interface, what is an abstraction, what is an interface, and you can compare those two. Okay, so then CSS selector, so there is one web element whose CSS selector values keep on changing. So how we can handle this using of CSS selector? Okay, so I want to handle this where it is dynamically changing their properties of CSS values, how we can handle this kind of situation. And also what is scenario outline if you are using Cucumber, and also he asked me to explain about the different types of keywords. At the same time, what is the examples keyword and why we are using this examples keyword inside our Cucumber framework. So then how to retrieve data, like you have work with XLSX workbooks to retrieve data and to write the data. He asked me to write some steps how we can read the test data present inside some XLSX workbook, and also how I can write some test data into XLSX workbook. Okay, and which version you are using for Selenium, and also how to handle frames in web page. So before attending for any interview, please go through what are the versions tools we have. Like if you are using Selenium, means what is the latest version. If you are using TestNG, means what is the latest version of TestNG. Okay, if you are working with some read and write some read and write operations for XLSX workbook, means you need to know about the version of Apache Py currently. And also if you are using extend reports, so you need to know about what is the latest version of extend report as well. And also if you are using Java programming language as your scripting language, means we have to know about what is the latest version of Java, and also in your project which version you are using currently. Okay, so these and all we have must and should to be know before attending for any interview. During our interviews, the small questions may cause big issues. Okay, we will struggle a lot to answer for the small questions what the interviewer is asking you. Okay, and see then this is one Cognizant telephonic interview. Okay, you can see the headline here. I mentioned Cognizant telephonic interview. Okay, so this is my second attempt of Cognizant, okay, face to face round. Okay, second time I am attending for this one. So here also, what is your entry criteria and exit criteria? Okay, what is your entry criteria and exit criteria? So what are the methods created by you in your current project. Okay, they will definitely ask you about what are all the different methods which are created by you inside your project. If you are using any type of framework, so the framework what you are using, so we are going to write some methods to automate our application. Okay, so they will ask you about what are the different methods which were created by you, and also please show me with some piece of code as well. They will ask in such a way that they will ask you, they will expect some line of code from your end. Okay, so on which methods you have created, can you please write some piece of codes of that methods what you have created. At the same time, what is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath? Before going to this question, the methods which were created by you in your current project, if interviewer will ask you this question, means okay, what are the different methods we can create? For example, if I want to click some button on the web page, okay, that method should be reusable throughout our framework, right? Which is called as a reusable method, where we have to create in a generic way. Means everyone can reuse the same method throughout their framework, throughout their application, where they are doing automation. At the same time, we have send keys also. For this send keys method also, we have to create a reusable method. I don't want to write like every time those many lines like driver dot find element by dot export dot send keys of this username, driver dot find element by dot click of this web element, xpath of dot click, driver dot find element by dot xpath of to do some operation, get text. So instead of writing these many lines of code, we have to create reusable methods in a generic way. Okay, by doing this, we can reduce the number of lines inside our project or framework. At the same time, if we do in this way, we are maintaining some framework level standards. Okay, so instead of mentioning some hard coded values inside our script, so you can try to create methods such a way that where it will be created in generic way. So where inside our test case we are not going to show the hard coded values. We have to hide the hard coded values, means we have to fetch from different methods. Those methods will present inside your base class or some generics class. So that class you are going to be extended by your actual test case. Okay, in this way we have to create all the reusable methods. For example, if I want to automate multiple windows, for that also I will create one reusable method. To handle any alerts, I will create one reusable method. To handle frames, I will create one reusable method. Means reusable method means where everyone can reuse the same method as per the scenario. So these methods must and should be present in separate class. Your interviewer will ask you about the same methods only. You no need to confuse about what are the methods he is expecting. So whatever the actions you are performing while doing, while performing the automating your application, the same methods you are going to write in front of him. He will give you some piece of paper and he will ask you to write at least 2 to 3 methods where you have built it by your own self. Okay, then coming to the what is the difference between absolute path and absolute XPath and relative XPath. Okay, then what is explicitly wait, what is testng, and what are the main features of testng. Okay, what is testng and what are the main features of testng? If you don't know, I will tell you now. That is up to your wish. Please let me know from the live chat if you want to tell me about testng features and what is testng or not. Okay, please guys, are you able to understand what I am telling? Any one of you, please let me know from the live chat. Okay, Swaraj Vyavahare, not required, not an issue. Thank you so much for your response. And then, what are the annotations provided by testng? What are the different assertions provided by testng along with the examples? Okay, we no need to tell assertions of, assert dot true, assert dot false. You no need to tell in such a way. You have to clearly write some piece of code by taking any one of the application. For example, if I take Gmail application, so where I am capturing the title, during this time how I can use these assets, okay, how we can use these assertions. So where we have different methods here, and also what is the difference between assert and verify commands as well. Okay, next, what is a BDD tool and how it is efficient than the Selenium, and why TestNG only preferable other than the remaining frameworks. Okay, this is also one question, why TestNG only preferable other than the remaining frameworks. Okay, so this one is second attempt cognizant interview questions of 20 minutes, and this is the cognizant voice over conference round. Okay, voice over conference round. So what does it mean? I entered into that particular company, so where they asked me to sit in a room where they have arranged this voice over conference. They have configured this one, but the interviewer is sitting in some other place. Okay, he is asking me from that location where I have sit in this particular location. Okay, so here also he asked about, this is also one more attempt from my side, especially with cognizant. Okay, so what type of automations we have done, that is the first question. And also, to select a particular link from a list of links which have no locator, how to select. Okay, to select a particular link from a list of links which have no locator, how to select. Okay, and also he asked me about, with the help of TestNG annotations, can you please show me an example by taking from Flipkart as your application. Okay, for example, if I want to log in, so which @test annotation I can use, sorry, which TestNG annotations can I use for login page. Once everything is done, so with the help of which TestNG annotation I can close my browser execution once everything got completed. After that, he asked me about how we can integrate our project with the Jenkins. Okay, how to integrate project with the Jenkins. Okay, so if you don't know about this Jenkins configuration part, we have to tell him in a smarter way that, okay, in a smarter way, how we can tell, I don't get any chance to integrate my project with Jenkins because there is a team that is called as DevOps team. They have already configured my project with my continuous integration tool Jenkins. You no need to bother about anything here. If you already worked on configuring your project with Jenkins, means then there is no issue. If you don't involve on this configuration part, means then you can tell him in a smarter way that I did not get any chance, but there is a team, that team is going to be configure my project to the CI CD tool that is called as Jenkins. And what is Maven? And the same question, what are the methods you have written in your project, and write a code for capturing the failed screenshot in Selenium. Okay, write a code for capturing failed screenshot in Selenium. Okay, with the help of take screenshot as method, with the help of get screenshot, with the help of get screenshot as method, with the help of take screenshot interface, we are going to capturing the screenshot for the failed screenshots or for the past screenshots also we can capture. After that, with the help of output.file, we are going to store the complete information inside our local machine, and then we are going to use one method called as copy file. Okay, this copy file is present from the file utils class, where we are going to mention our actual path. Okay, so we need to write the syntax for that particular capturing the screenshot. Okay, then going to the next question, why only keyword driven rather than the page object model? Keyword driven framework rather than the page object model. Okay, these questions are completely, if you are expecting this question, right? Previously we saw that why test engine only preferable than keyword driven or data driven or any other frameworks. They will ask based upon their frameworks what they are using internally. Okay. So next, data driven framework, take one real time example. Okay, data driven framework, take one real time example, he asked me. And where did you use encapsulation concept in your project? Okay, where did you use encapsulation concept in your project? So after that is done, what is a static keyword, what type of test engine methods we have used in your project, difference between the regression and smoke testing, explain about your project framework folder structure. Okay, explain about your project framework folder structure. Okay, explain about your project framework folder structure. This is mandatory question if you are attending as an experienced candidates with 2+ years of experience or 3+ years of experience or 5+ years of experience. They will definitely ask you about explain about your project framework folder structure. So then we have to explain him in a clear way, starting from launching our browser, launching our application, how we are entering the username and password. So likewise we have to explain till generating the reports. Okay. Next, this is one more company that is called as Quest Global. It is also one telephonic ground. Okay, so he asked me first question here is, tell me about yourself along with your automation process, that is called as project. Okay, automation process, and also we need to tell about our project. So please don't mention your project terms, and also don't mention your there are some security related information is there. So we are not going to tell about all these things during your interview. We are just telling what is what. Okay, so for this question we are not going to drag anymore. We have to tell my application is this one, these are all the different modules. So I am doing this kind of testing here, whether it is related to security domain or it is related to ERP or it is related to healthcare domain, any type of domain. We are not going to explain him each and everything. No one will accept if you tell like this, but they will ask. But as an working as a working employee, I am not going to reveal my particular project details in detail to the interviewer. Okay, so he will ask you like, tell me about your project also. You can explain him what are the different modules you are having. Okay, what exactly your each and every module is doing. So while explaining these things, we no need to tell him the abbreviations, the terms, what where we are not going to reveal to others. So those terms and abbreviations, it is not required to explain him. Okay. And what is Maven? How do you integrate your project? Why Maven? This is also one normal question only. And differences between the XPath and CSS selector. Okay, differences between the XPath and CSS selectors. And the next question here is, I open multiple tabs in a web page. How can I move to the first web page? This is related to handling the multiple windows only, right? Multiple tabs in a web page. How I can move to the first web page? Okay. So now, what is Apache Py? How do you use this in your project? So as we know already, Apache Py is used to perform the read and write operations on XLSX workbooks. So where we have this XLSX workbook is an interface. Inside the workbook interface we have sheet. Inside that sheet we have rows and columns. Okay. So we have to tell him the hierarchy from beginning, from starting from XLSX. So after that we are going to just write some 2 to 3 lines of code where we are using file input stream to define our XLSX workbook path. After that creating one interface workbook equals to something. After that, based upon the workbook, we are going to get the sheet. Okay, so once that is also done, now we are going to iterate through our rows and columns to fetch a specified cell data. Okay, mean you have to just write 1 or 2 3 lines of code. After that, what is keyword driven framework and what is a fluent wait, Jenkins, how you will integrate your project here. Okay, then GitHub. So suppose my team members want to access data which is not available. Okay, suppose our team members want to access data which is not available. How do you post into Git repository? The code what you have written, the same code my team members are not having on their machines. So how you will push our code to Git repository? So where our team members can pull our code into their local machines. Okay, we need to explain. And how did you pass test cases into ALM? After that, difference between assert and verify commands, and how to pass parameters in Cucumber, and what are the different keywords. Okay, and this is one more company name that is called as Athena Global Technologies. So how do you retrieve data present in a text box? Please let me know from the live chat, guys, if any one of you know. Please let me know from the live chat if any one of you know how do you retrieve the data present in a text box. Please let me know from the live chat. Hi Chandramohan, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Thank you so much. Nice to see you in the live chat again after 2 to 3 days gap. Please let me know from the live chat, guys, how to retrieve data present in the text box. Please let me know. Any one of you, can you please let me know from the live chat saying that how do you retrieve the data present in a text box? Please guys, please respond from the live chat how to retrieve the data from text box. Super. Swaraj Vyavahare, thank you so much. Get attribute of what we are going to mention if I want to retrieve the value from text box means. I get attribute of what? There are some values, right? Attribute name and value. Yeah, okay. And one more thing, if I use inner HTML, what will happen? If I use, instead of value, if I use inner HTML means what it will do? What will happen if I use get attribute of inner HTML? What will happen if we use get attribute of inner HTML? Okay. Thank you so much, Swaraj Vyavahare. Thank you so much. And moving to the next question, that is what is meant by polymorphism and what is meant by exception. What type of exceptions we have got? Okay. While working as an automation test engineer, what type of exceptions you will get frequently, or what type of exceptions you are getting? Okay, and how to handle exceptions. So can you please let me know from the live chat how to handle the exceptions? Please guys, please let me know from the live chat how to handle the exceptions. How to handle exceptions? Come on guys, how to handle exceptions? Please let me know from the live chat. By using try catch block. Thank you so much, Hemant Kumar Korada. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Okay, try catch block we can use to handle the exceptions. Thank you so much. And if data is keep on changing, how you can handle with data driven testing? Okay, if the data is keep on changing, how we can handle the data driven testing? With the help of data driven testing, how we can handle this kind of scenario? And what is the difference between XPath and CSS? Again the same question here. Okay, what is the differences between XPath and CSS selectors? Okay, the next question here is, if a sequence like 1 pipe operator, 2 pipe operator, 3 pipe operator, 4 pipe operator, 5 pipe operator, but he want to print like without any pipe operators, so how we can print? He asked me to write some program for that one. Okay, so then going to the next question, various ways to create a string along with some examples. So as we know already, there are two different ways to create a string, with the help of string literal, with the help of string new keyword, and also what will happen if we create a string with the help of string literal, what will happen if we create a string with the help of new keyword. And after that he asked me to explain, okay, and he asked me to show along with the examples, and also he asked me what are the different methods and functions which are available in string concepts. Okay, during your interviews, if you are attending for an experienced candidate, means without string concept there won't be any interview. Okay, without asking any questions from the string concept, then there won't be any interview which you are going to attend. Okay, each and every interview what you are attending, right? So for all these interviews, that interviewer will definitely ask few questions, especially from string concepts. Okay, string concepts, they will definitely ask you about almost 2 to 3 or maximum 5 questions they will ask you. Make sure that you are very well prepared about this string concept. And also they will ask you some programs as well, such as reverse a string. Okay, how we can reverse a string with the help of string buffer and builder, how to reverse a string without using any for loop, how to reverse a string with the help of for loop. Okay, how to reverse a string with the help of reverse method in our string concept. So there are many questions, there are more chances, so where you will get at least maximum 5 number of questions during your interview if you are attending as an experienced candidate. Okay, next, let me know how a class should know that there is a testng.xml is present. Okay, testng.xml is present. Let me know how a class should know that there is a testng.xml file is present. Okay, there is a testng.xml file is present. And the next question here is, what are the factors to prioritize a defect and a severity of a defect? So before prioritizing a defect and before mentioning a severity for a defect, means there are some factors. So based upon which factors you are going to provide the higher priority, lower priority, medium priority, higher severity, lower severity, medium severity. So on what basis you are going to prioritize the defects? Okay, and what is regression testing here? After that, scrum meeting and sprint meeting. If you are following agile model in your current project, you will definitely know about these two meetings, that is called as scrum meeting. Okay, and the next meeting here is sprint meeting. And what is a final, what is finalize, and what is finally? Okay, what is final, what is finalize, and what is finally? Okay, and if you use Sikuli tool to recognize an element, all the images are same, then how do you select appropriate image to automate? Okay, if I am using Securely tool to automate web application where I am going to recognize a web element. So in this case, all the images are same, then how I am going to select appropriate image to the automation? So how we can do this scenario? And interface and abstract, what are the differences between these two? After that, tell me about the ALM and how do you import Excel files into your ALM? Explain. Okay, how do you import Excel files into your ALM? That is called as test management tool, that is called as application lifecycle management. Okay, then this is IBM first round face to face. Okay, IBM first round face to face. This is not a scheduled interview, this is a walk-in interview where it took only 10 to 12 or 13 minutes only. It is not more than 15 minutes, obviously. Okay, it is not more than 15 minutes, it is only like 10 to below 15 minutes only. Face to face round it is. What are the weight conditions we have used in Selenium? Write a code for that using these weight conditions. Okay, write a code for that using these weight conditions. Okay, then he asked me, he gave some path like c://selenium // login.xlsx. He asked me to open that particular Excel sheet which is present inside this path. So how I can open? He asked me about that one also. And the next question here is data provider annotation with testng method example. Okay, data provider annotation we have already know. So why we are using this @data provider and annotation also we already know. Along with some example he asked me to write. And what is exception? Can you define any 3 exceptions? He asked me. After that, finding second largest array number in an array. Okay, finding second largest array number in an array. Okay, then reverse a string with hello, hi, there is exclamatory mark. We can see here he asked me to reverse particular string. What he mentioned here, hello, hi, there is. Okay, he asked me to reverse from this exclamatory mark till like this. Okay, first exclamatory space SIEREHTIHOLLEH along with the spaces. Okay, along with the spaces. Then how to select a particular element from the list of elements. Okay, how to select a particular element from the list of elements. Consider there are 20 elements present inside a suggestion list. So I want to select a particular element from that particular 20 elements which are present inside that particular list. So what will happen? For example, in that 20 elements which are present inside that list, right? So I am selecting one element like Selenium tutorial for beginners. Okay, for the first time it is appearing at 18th index based value. Again if I close, again if I open, again if I entered Selenium tutorial for beginners, this time it is appearing at 15th index based text, 15th index based value. So once if I executed, it's working fine. Again if I am executing means again that index based value got changed to 20th element in that particular list for the text called Selenium tutorial for beginners. So means every time the XPath is changing for Selenium tutorial for beginners element. So how we can overcome this scenario? That is also one type of question. Okay, next, so how we can automate this scenario? Can anyone please tell me from the live chat if you know how to select a particular element from the list of elements. Consider there is a Google search bar. So where if I entered Selenium tutorial for beginners, it is first time it is displaying on 20th element in that particular list. So once if I executed, it is working fine. After again if I executed means this time that Selenium tutorial for beginners index value got changed to 15th. So during this time it is not going to work because the index value got changed. So in this case, how we can automate this scenario? Can any one of you please let me know from the live chat? So by using of which one we can handle this scenario, where the Selenium tutorial for beginners is not a constant text path inside that list. How we can handle? Please let me know from the live chat, guys. I will give you 2 minutes of time, and also I am requesting you all, please drop a like if you did not like it yet. Your each and every like motivates me to to make more videos like this, and also to upload more videos like this. So please help me in that way. Okay, please let me know, guys. Please let me know how we can automate this scenario from the live chat. I am not asking you to type everything from the live chat. I am just asking by using of which thing we can handle this scenario, where that Selenium tutorial for beginners is not a constant inside that list of the web elements, but I have to select a particular element that is called as Selenium tutorial for beginners, where this is not a constant one. So how we can automate this scenario? Please let me know from the live chat. I will give you 2 minutes of time so that we will discuss about remaining questions as well. Please, guys. I don't see any response from any one of you. So please, guys, please let me know from the live chat whether you know or don't know. Please let me know from the live chat. Please, guys, if you know already, please let me know from the live chat. If you do not know also, please let me know from the live chat so that I will explain you with the help of which one we are going to automate this scenario. Okay, please, guys, please let me know from the live chat how we can do this one. So these and all very important interview questions where you are having more than 3+ years of experienced candidates. Okay, don't know. So here if you can see, if I entered Selenium tutorial for beginners, okay, so during this time along with Selenium tutorials you will get some Selenium tutorial for freshers as well, Selenium tutorial for experienced, Selenium tutorial for beginners. So likewise you will get, right? So to automate this scenario, we can use one function that is called as starts with function. Okay, with the help of starts with function, we can easily automate this kind of scenario where that particular web element is not a constant one inside that list of web elements. Okay, so we have to use some starts with, and also if you want to use ends with also we can use, contains also we can use. Mostly we can use only starts with and ends with only, where some part of the XPath is constant, and at the same time the last one, okay, at the same time the last part of the XPath is varying. So during that time we are going to use starts with function. At the same time if required we can use ends with as well. Okay, now moving to the next question. Reverse string, how to select a particular. Okay, it is also completed, right? Okay, so here method overloading and method overriding with an example. Yeah, definitely Prakash, I will tell you, not an issue. Okay, this is method overloading and method overriding with an example. Okay, we have to provide with some clear example where we have used inside our project, that is called as method overloading, and where you have used this method overriding concept inside your project. So for all these core Java related, wherever we are using, for example, abstraction where I am used, okay, for example, encapsulation where I have used, for example, inheritance where I have used, for example, one more thing, polymorphism, constructor, this keyword. So these and all I have already made one dedicated video. What are all the whoops concept you have used inside your framework, where you have used? So I have made one dedicated video, so please go through that video. Again, I am requesting you all, if you go through that video, you can easily get to know what are all the whoops concepts where we have used exactly inside our automation framework. Okay, so where we used interface, where we used abstraction class, where we used polymorphism, where we are using method overloading, where we are using method overriding, where we are using interface, where we are using inheritance, where I am using constructor. So for all these whoops concepts, wherever we are using, I have already made it one dedicated video. Please check out that video as well. It will helps you a lot when you are attending for any interview as an experienced candidate. Don't miss out that video. After finishing this session, please go through that video and please get the knowledge wherever we are using, whenever we are using these whoops concept. For some reason, there will be some reason if we are using these whoops concepts inside our framework means. And also, there was no framework which was built by any tester without using whoops concepts in their framework level standards. Okay, if there is any frameworks which are developing by any tester means, they must and should have to use these whoops concept as a primary requirement. Without holding or without having any whoop concept, then we are not going to call that as a framework, which means it is not following framework level standards. Okay, so please trust me. So whatever I am telling now, these whoops concepts we have to, okay, these whoops concepts we have to use throughout our project. Without using these whoops concepts, then there won't be any kind of framework. There was no use of framework to maintain without whoops concept. So for especially for that reason only, I have made one dedicated video. Please check out that video where we are using exactly this interface concept, inheritance concept, abstraction concept, polymorphism concept, and constructor concept, and collections also. These are all the different whoops concepts we are using inside our framework. Okay, and pseudocode for Chrome driver and WebDriver is an interface or a class. Pseudocode for Chrome driver means, so where we are mentioning system.setProperty of double quotes WebDriver.Chrome.driver double quotes comma, we need to mention path of your driver, that is, okay, that is path of your driver.exe file. I will ping in the live chat. System dot set property of, okay, set property of WebDriver. If that is Chrome driver, you can use WebDriver.Chrome.driver. Okay, WebDriver.Chrome.driver, and followed by mention your wherever this file got located, that is Chrome, right? Chrome driver.exe. This is a pseudocode. Don't get confused. This is already known by many people, but they are hearing this pseudocode for the first time. That's the reason why they are not able to answer this question in a proper way. This is the answer for that one. Pseudocode means we need to write. If he is asking pseudocode for IE driver means we have to write system.setProperty of WebDriver.IE.driver followed by wherever the .exe file got located for that particular driver. Sir, create one Telegram group, sir. We will post the questions there. Sir, please explain how we can call extend report and listeners in the test case. Yeah, definitely, Noor Muhammad. If you can see, I have already created extend reports 2 or 3 times especially. Please check out that video so that you will get some knowledge about this extend report, how we are calling inside our test cases to generate failed screenshots for failed methods. Okay, so please go through that. And also I have clearly made one dedicated video about test engine listeners as well, so please try to use that one as well so that you can easily understand. Yes, like reusability only, there is one session called as extend report. Okay, capturing the failing screenshots with extend report. You don't go almost 6 or 7 months back video, you can just go 2 to 3 months back video. Okay, don't go prior to like 6 months before. You can just take a video where I have uploaded 3 or 4 months back only. And also there is one more video I have uploaded 2 to 3 months back. Total 3 videos are available. If you want more information, just take video which is uploaded like 3 months before or 4 months before. Okay, don't take long days back video. Okay, then moving to the next question. This is the cognizant interview questions where I have attempted for third time. This is my first round. Okay, this is my first round at third attempt. Okay, he asked me, tell me about yourself and Maven and Jenkins integration, and he gave me one XLSX workbook, and he asked me to retrieve data for a particular cell. Means what he did, he updated some row and column values, like cell value he updated. For example, he updated 4th row, 4th column, he updated a value like Selenium Tech Automation. He asked me to write a code which will retrieve the Selenium Tech Automation from that particular XLSX workbook, and you can print the same inside our console. And agile meetings, what are the different agile meetings we have? The first meeting here is Scrum meeting, sprint planning meeting, retrospective meeting. Okay, retrospective meeting. SOAP and REST API, difference between SOAP UI tool and REST API tool. And what is a Cucumber framework and what is a feature file here? And what is defect lifecycle? Tell me about yourself and project flow and agile process. Okay, these are all the different questions where I have faced when I am having 3 years of experience, mean 3.1 or 3.2. It's almost 4 years or 4 or 5 years back questions I have gathered, where I have especially saved all these questions with me. Okay, so please, again I am showing, if you are new to my channel now, I mean to this session, please go through these slides where I have discussed from beginning. After this session, you can just go through all these questions again. Okay, this is the cognizant telephonic interview, the first slide. You can see here what is WebDriver weight and everything. And going to the next slide, I am just scrolling to the next slides. After the session, you can just go through this video again and you can find the questions what I have shown on this particular live session. And Prakash, if you are there, I will definitely discuss about test engine features. I did not forget about that one. What are the test engine features offered by the test engine? Okay, then going to the next slide. Okay, going to the next slide. 6th slide, voice over conference round. 7th slide, Quest Global. 8th slide, Ninth slide. 10th slide, Athena Global Technologies. 11th slide, Athena Global Technologies. IBM first round face to face. 12th slide, IBM first round face to face. 13th slide, Cognizant fourth attempt first round. Okay, so these are all the 14 slides so far I have discussed with you guys. So you can ask me now what are all the different questions if you have currently. Prakash, if you are there, I will discuss about test engine features. If you are not there, if you guys have any questions, we can concentrate on those questions. No, not an issue. Okay. Telegram group requested by S. Noor Muhammad. Actually, I am not getting time S. Noor Muhammad to configure all these. Okay, anyway, I will try it now. Once if I tried right, I will update in our YouTube community post. Okay, guys, and one more thing, please go through my YouTube community post where I am updating all my old videos so that it will be very helpful for you. Means you no need to ask me once again. Whatever the topic, if you want to find, means you can just go to our YouTube community post. So from there you can find what exactly, I mean, what the video you are exactly looking into. Okay, I am updating all this YouTube community posts on daily basis, on daily hours. Okay, so please let me know from the live chat if you have any other questions also, not an issue, we can discuss it now, no problem. Okay, no problem guys. So these are all the different questions where I have faced when I have 3+ years of experience. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ping me from the live chat. And also I asked Prakash, if you are there, please let me know from the live chat. I will explain about test engine features. Okay guys, that's all it for now. If anyone have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And also I am uploading daily Selenium concepts, okay, Selenium series of concepts. So please watch all those videos where I have started from basics only. Okay, in upcoming days you will see more content from my channel Selenium Tech Automation in terms of Selenium commands as well, alerts, drop downs, tick boxes, auto IT, Sikuli, every concept I am going to upload from now onwards. I started already from Monday onwards, I am updating already. Okay, this week Monday I have already started. Okay, so please does anyone have any questions? If Prakash is available, let me know Prakash, so that I will discuss it now. If you are not there, I will end this session. I am expecting response from your end, but you are not responding, so then I decided to end this stream. If you responded, I will able to explain you all about test engine features. Okay, no one is there. No one is there, I guess. I'm going to uh, ending this stream. How the interview process will be for test automation engineer? Yeah, Harikumar, I am going to make an separate video for this one. Okay, I am going to make some separate video. Okay, you are expecting for freshers or you are expecting for experienced candidates? So that's where I am unable to get the video, sir. Harikumar, I am not sure whether you are asking about freshers or experienced. Yeah. So in both the cases, I'm going to make dedicated videos. So please follow the channel. Okay, like how to crack interview for experienced candidates more than 3+ years of experience. Okay, how to crack experienced for JavaScript executor. So why we are using JavaScript executor, right? To scroll down the web page or to highlight the web elements. Okay, and also I have shown you today, like wherever it is required, we are using this JavaScript executor. There won't be, okay, there won't be any such videos about JavaScript executor. Okay, JavaScript executor, it is just an interface only. With the help of this interface, we are going to typecasting, right? Typecasting to our driver reference. So after that, with the help of execute script method, we are going to call our web elements. If you want to scroll down the web page, if you want to highlight the web page, if you want to get the CSS selector from different things, means we are going to use this JavaScript executor. But I will explain you what is script executor. That's it. I don't think there much. I mean, there will be more content from JavaScript executor in terms of Selenium. Means whenever these web elements are not able to work, whenever these web elements are sometimes these are not working and sometimes these are not visible, means so during that time we are going to use this JavaScript executor. Executor directly it is going to interact with the browser. It is directly interact, I mean going to directly interact with web elements only. If you consider Selenium first it will interact with browser, later it will interact with the web elements, right? But if you come to JavaScript executor, means it will directly interact with the web elements. So I don't think there won't be more content from the JavaScript executor from Selenium point of view. We can use as per the requirements. Means any one of the actions which are not working, if we are if we are trying with the help of Selenium commands, means during that time only we are going to use this JavaScript executor. Other than that, it is not required from Selenium point of view to use more JavaScripts inside our Selenium scripts. Okay. Yeah. And sir, tomorrow I have assignments. What Noor Muhammad assignments means? Sorry guys, actually it is a sudden stream. Even I am also not sure to conduct this stream, but I felt like whatever the questions where I have faced during my career, so I just want to share with you guys so that you will also aware about these kind of interview questions from different companies. Okay, so please try to understand. I am not sure about this session, but I came up for your uh, help only. Okay, because it will be helpful for you if I show these interview questions. And also I have updated, okay, and also I have updated today one more interview question, and also day before yesterday or Sunday or Saturday also we have discussed. With this we have almost 5 to 6 interview questions inside our channel. So in upcoming days also I am going to upload many interview questions, so please stay tuned for all those. Okay, please help me by making video on calling listeners and extend reports on the data driven, sir. Tomorrow is the last day, sir. Actually, let me check, Noor Muhammad. Test engine listeners I have already added here. Okay, one second. Playlist. Go to playlists. I will let you know. Okay, I'm checking currently. Wait. Otherwise, I will share my screen then. Okay. Yes, yes. I will share my screen now. Give me one moment. Okay. Give me one moment. I will share my screen. ppt not required. Let me open. Okay, Windows screen. Okay, so now see, I have opened my playlist here. Okay, playlists I have opened. Here you can see manual testing. Okay, are you able to see, right? Calling all of them in one test caser. Yes, yes. Okay, so this is our playlist content what we have here. You can see these are all the playlists. Okay, Selenium interview questions we have 11 videos. WebDriver commands. Yesterday I have started, right? Day before yesterday. One series for Selenium. And go to this automation. Okay, go to this automation testing playlist and check from here. You can find it here only. Okay, and page object model, retry analyzer, how to highlight web element, scale OV reporter, not able to access the extent reports. Okay, not able to access the extent reports, how to automate drop down list, checkbox, radio button, how to capture screenshot in Selenium. I'm checking for your reference. I'm checking how to automate txt files, auto it, Selenium WebDriver commands, automating Windows, how to capture Selenium hybrid framework. I think test engine listeners also there, it seems. See extend reports in Selenium. See, then there is no need to worry about Nur Muhammad. You can take any one of the extend report video. Okay, you can go through any one of the extend report video. See, let me take this one. Okay, let me take this one and we will see. See, go to here. Here we can see I am. See, here you can see I am taking this one, right? Thread dot sleep driver dot where I have written. It's not yet came here. See, extend report. Okay, see here you can see there is a class extend. You can see this class. Okay, you can see this video. You can see this video, Nur Muhammad. It will helpful for you. Okay, yes, yes, you can see this particular video what I have shown you. Okay, you can see that particular video. I will give you this one, not able to extend screenshots on the other machines. So accordingly you can add the test engine listeners. It is not a big deal, Nur Muhammad. So here only whatever the video I have opened, right? Okay, whatever the video I have opened, you can find it from here only. Okay, you can find it from here only. Okay, so go to this automation testing playlist, Selenium Tech Automation. Under 15th video it is. Okay, under 15th video, 1 2 3 6 9 12 15th video. After KLOV reporter, you will see not able to access extend report. Okay, automate extend automation testing is our playlist name. You can go to there and automation. Okay, automation testing is playlist under 15th video. So okay, under 15th video. So please check out that video. You will get information about how we are calling that extend report class inside our actual test case. At the same time, you can search in Google, not an issue, because you almost 90% got completed from our end. Okay, 90% got completed. Only thing here is you can just go to, okay, you can just go to anything test ng listeners or something, you can type here. Okay, so you can take. Yeah, hi Chandra Mohan. Thank you so much, Chandra Mohan. You can just go to test engine listeners, and there you will get some piece of code. You can directly create one separate class. Let me open you, then I will show you here. Okay, I will show you. Wait, let me show you, Noor Muhammad. Any other questions from anyone, guys? Please let me know, because I have already made all the dedicated videos especially for you people, but you are not checking our channel. Okay, you are not checking our channel. If you go to all my videos and playlists, you can easily find out the content. Okay, you can easily find out the content. Please check out the content. You will find everything. Okay, you will find everything, but there are some more concepts where I need to take some time. Okay, extent reports and how we can configure. Yes, Harikumar, like manual test cases are reviewed, is test scripts also reviewed by someone? Yes, definitely, Harikumar, which have to be reviewed by your team lead only. Okay, your team lead is going to review all your test cases, and also your peer review also can be performed. Okay, peer review means you are sharing your scripts to your teammate. Can you please share all this, I mean, can you please review all my scripts? Okay, so likewise also we can tell peer reviews, and lead also will going to review all your scripts. Okay, let me show you listeners also. I have updated actually listeners also I have updated already. Which one it is? Tutorials, Selenium tutorials, reports, screenshots. Okay, let me go to here then. Selenium tutorials, reports. One second, I am checking your video. Facebook login. Where is this Facebook login? Test factory without new existing scripts. Somewhere I have written already. Noor Muhammad. I am checking nothing. If you go to that video, you will find almost, okay, 90% we have almost done. Yes, Samir. Internal, external review. No. What? Screen not visible, sir. Now it is visible, Noor Muhammad. Okay, sir. Yeah, no problem, Hari Kumar. But guys, again I am requesting you all, please go through all of our channel videos where I have segregated playlist wise. Okay, where I have segregated playlist wise. Let me check. Noor Muhammad. Actually, I have made dedicated videos for all these things. Okay, I am checking in my local folder now whether I have saved at any time or not. I am checking now. Debugger, latest, mixing, my project. I am checking my project. No. Pictures, Selenium, Sikuli. E-tutorials. No. See, you can just go through that extent reports video only, how to capture a screenshot. So what I did there, I have just created one separate class where I written some piece of code for which one? Capturing the screenshot. At the same time, how I created a method for the capturing the screenshot method, and where I have created this capturing the screenshot method inside my generics class. After creating the capturing screenshot for a failed test method, so how I called that method inside my extend reports class. Okay, how I call that particular method into my extend reports class. Okay, you can see this is my extend reports class. You can see Noor Muhammad, this is our actual extend reports class here. Okay, this is our actual extend reports class, right? So if you want to add some test engine listeners means, so you can directly, okay, you can see here test engine listeners, nothing is there. Luckily I found it here. Are you there? What, Chandramohan? I am practicing 1 month back Eclipse in TestNG tool. Present same program run but skip. Why? Are you there, Esnur Muhammad? See what I am doing here. I have created one separate class. Okay. So the simple way here is, see, first create a class for TestNG listeners. Okay. So this is the code. If my test is failing means you will get in the console like this one, logger dot error. Let me execute for your reference so that you can easily understand. Okay, so this is our this one and extend reports class, and go to your test file. Okay, wherever where exactly our test case got present. Guys, please watch this step what I am doing currently. src test, go to your test ng, it is not there, default package not there, tests. Okay, screenshots, and go to your package that is called as suit level execution or anything, it will be fine, no problem. Okay, so here you can see now I am uncommenting this, nothing to be worry, Noor Muhammad. See, at suit level I have defined my listeners class name here. So what is our listeners class name here? What is our listeners class name which is present inside the which package? Test ng listeners is my class name here. I have to mention like this. Okay, that is test ng listeners. Okay, listeners. So now this is test name. I am executing for capturing the screenshots now. So what is our class name now? Which class I am executing currently? Screenshots, right? So for this screenshot, okay, for this screenshot whether it is there or not, let me check. Where is this one? Okay, extend report class is this one. Okay, not an issue. So this is our actual test case where it is extending the extend report class. Okay, this extend report class is containing all the code for capturing the screenshot method, after that verifying the text element. Okay, after that from here onwards our report will start here. Before executing our code, first this report will start from saying that, okay, first report will start from before start method. Okay, before test method. So here what I am doing, I am printing my OS name, what is the Java version, test report capturing screenshot. Okay, then if my test got passed, I want to print the result as pass, right? So here you can see I am mentioning here passed with a green color. If my test case got failed, failure, printing with red color, status as fail. If my test case got skipped means I have to print yellow color saying that skip. So these are the three different methods where I have used inside my extend report class. First you can create this extend report class, then to your actual test case. For example, in my case, this is my actual test case, and I am extending extend report class here. So now you want to configure this listeners as well. So for that, what you will do, you can just create one testng listeners class like this, how I created. Okay, how I have created here. Then this testng listeners class we are going to mention inside our testng.xml file. So I have mentioned here, which is my package name, which is my class name. Okay, so then what is our next step? We need to define our class name, right? So what is my actual test case name? That is called as screenshot. So where exactly this test case got present inside my tests package. Okay, so now what I will do, tests dot, okay, what is my class name here? Screenshots, right? Screenshots. Okay, now delete the remaining. So now we have done this one. Okay, now we have done this step. This is, in this way you also need to configure. Okay, in this way you will also configure as per your requirements. So this is my actual test case saying that screenshot, wherever my scripts are failing, it is going to capture in the screenshot. How I am capturing? With the help of extend report class. Okay, with the help of extend report class, but I did not define anything here. Okay, I did not define anything here. You can see test equals to extend dot create. Okay, test dot assign category. So where is this test present? Go to extend report class. Okay, then after that testng listeners, we are creating one separate class under our main generics package saying that testng listeners. So what I am printing here, for each and every step, if the test case got if the method got passed, I will tell here on test passed. Okay, if the test case got failed, on test failed, on test skipped. So likewise, once this is done, we are going to add this test case listeners inside our suite level. For each and every method, I want to check, right, whether that is pass or fail or skip. Okay, let me execute. We will see whether it is working fine or not. I am also not sure. Okay, it is giving some error. Why? Class not found. Huh? Okay, not an issue. We can check why it is failing. Sorry. Test name class. What is our class name here? Screen tests, right? Our package name here is tests. Okay, let me share you everything. Okay, along with the execution also. So now let me execute. We will see. I think version related issue. It's executing, huh? Okay, here we can see on test failed capturing screenshot. Testng listeners. Okay, getting my point. Okay, getting my point. Noor Muhammad, you can see here, if my test case or test method is failing means we will get on test failed. If you go to your testng listeners class, what we define for failed method here, on test failed, what is the result we are getting in the console? What is telling? On test failed capturing screenshot. Okay, capturing screenshot is my method name, right? Okay, let me execute it from screenshots only. We will see. due to some Java configuration issues or something it is happening. Okay, we are failing it wantedly, right? I guess. Okay, entering the username, it is failing again. Okay, so now if you go to here, you can see after method get result. These are getting from the, okay, these details are getting from the test engine listeners only. At the rate after method, what it is, get result. So go to that test engine listeners. It is telling on test failure, that one. Okay, so now you got my point, right? Now you got my point, right, Nur Muhammad? So how I am doing, are you getting to know now? Okay, now let me check from the screenshot folder whether it is generated or not. Reports, refresh screenshots. No, it is not giving currently. Let me go inside. Okay, here it is. Okay, see here you can see, right? It is taking the capturing the screenshot now. Okay, it is capturing the screenshot. Okay, now you are getting my point. Nothing to confuse it there, Nur Muhammad. Nothing to confuse it. If you go to that particular video, you can directly get. Okay, you can directly get from that video. Nothing. I have created one extent report class here. Okay, see, I have created one class here. If you go to that video, you can take this entire code, copy this entire code or type this entire code in your laptop or in your PC. Entire code by going through this particular video. Which video? This particular video. Not able to access extent reports on other machine. So once that is done, once if you captured everything, then go to your any one of the package and create test engine listeners. This code you will find it from Google only. Then there is no need much code to write again and again. You can directly take this code from the Google only. Okay, directly take. If you want, you can capture this screenshot now as well, not an issue. Okay, if you want, you can take this screenshot as well now, not an issue. I am sharing you. Okay, capture the screenshot from here, or after the session again you can try. Nothing, you can just go through any website, from there you can find it easily. Okay, we are not writing anything by our own self, we are just pasting by fetching from Google and creating one class and pasting in this particular class. Once it is done, now we have done with our extent report and test engine listeners. So after that we are going to create our actual test case here. Okay, with the help of test equals to this one we have defined. Then create your remaining steps as per your requirements. So once screenshots actual test case also completed, anyway we have created extent reports and as well as test engine listeners as well. Your actual test case will always extend the extent report class only, where our extent reports code got present. Once that is done, go to your testing.xml file, use one tag called as listeners tag. Inside that, mention your listener class name equals to test engine listeners. So where we have captured the test engine listeners code from Google. Then you can just execute. It will definitely work. There is nothing to be bothered about it. Okay, that is how we will work with this one. Okay, not an issue. I hope this will help you. Okay, I hope This will help you now. Okay, no issues, right? You can directly go through that video what I have mentioned in the live chat. See, automation testing is my playlist in that 15th video. No need to worry. Okay, Chandramohan, are you there? You asked me one question, Chandramohan. I am practicing 1 month back Eclipse in TestNG tool. Present same program running but skipped. Why? Because of maybe version related issue, compatibility issue with your current Eclipse and the TestNG what you are using. Please check for that one. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you Noor Muhammad. I hope it cleared you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, no questions, right? Can we close the session now? And also I am requesting you all, please go through all our videos playlists from my channel, which will really helps you a lot, guys, which will really helps you a lot. You don't know. Okay, those will really helps you a lot. Please try to visit all the videos where I have uploaded in our channel. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.